Hi, I'm Rick Rheins, Senior Rabbi at Temple Sinai in Denver, Colorado. This week's Torah portion is Lech Lecha from chapters 12 through 17 of the book of Genesis. It's the third of the Parshiot that begin our annual Torah cycle. The first one, of course, Bereshit, in which we had the creation of the universe and of humanity. The second, Noach, which was dealing with the violence that humanity indulged in that led God to say, we have to start again. And so Noah and his ark had a recreation of humanity, and there was the rainbow of hope and the dove with the olive branch, and it was all nice. But now the focus in this third Torah portion of this annual cycle is on our family, the Jewish family. So Avram and Sarai are introduced. It's the beginning of chapter 12. And the focus is on Avram and Sarai's journey. It begins, V'yomer Adonai el Avram, Lech Lecha me'artzecha u'memoladetecha me'beit avicha el ha'aretz asher arecha. Go forth from your land, from the place where you were raised, from your parents' home, to a land that I will show you. Asher arecha, that I will show you. It's not determined exactly where it's going to be. You might say, well, Terach, Avram's father, was on his way to Canaan. He reached all as far as Haran, and then he died. And so when God spoke to Avram, you could assume, well, that's where naturally Avram would be continuing the journey to Canaan. But the text doesn't say that. It doesn't predetermine where that land will be. It says rather, Arecha, I will show you, i.e., our destiny is not predetermined. There's no predestiny. We have a role in shaping it, for good or for bad. We make choices. It's our free will. That's the story of Avram and Sarai, of Abraham and Sarah, how they met the challenges along the way. Now, there was a promise, too. The promise, which is in the very second verse, after saying, go forth to this land that I will show you, it says, I'm going to make you like a great nation. I will bless you and make you great. Shemecha, your name will be great. And you will be a blessing. You will be a blessing. Now, at the time, the rest of the world, when they would have read this text, they said, Avram and Sarai, or Abraham and Sarah, that they would be a blessing. Who are they? Now the whole world knows who Abraham and Sarah is. So the Torah speaks about an unfolding of the world, but it still requires our interaction. And that promise, go to this land, have faith, meet these challenges, and I will make your name great, and I will make you a blessing. So Avram does this, and he meets these challenges. So Avram and Sarai then ultimately, because they met these challenges, are given a new name, Avraham and Sarah, which indicate that they are considered to be inspirations to many, many different people, but they are our patriarch and matriarch. Abraham and Sarah are the beginning of our Jewish story. But I wanted to focus on what happened. So Avram and Sarai, they do go forth. They go to the land of Canaan, and it is there that they find this promised land, a land where they can build a future. But you might notice as soon as Avram has an offering thanking God for this opportunity, immediately there's a famine. And Avram and Sarai have to escape down to Egypt in order to survive. So we would look at that and say, wait a minute. God said, go to this land and I will bless you. And I'll make your name great and everything is going to be great. And Avram does it. But immediately there's a famine and he has to leave the land in order to survive. So where's the blessing? That's the lesson. That our blessing is not that we will have a life of comfort and ease and there'll be no problems, there'll be no challenges, but rather there will always be challenges. The blessing is what we do with those challenges, how we meet those challenges, and then how we prepare the future generations to meet challenges as well. Making your name great, being a blessing to other people is not living a life in comfort and ease, and you're above and all the challenges, and you're immune from any wound or injury or setback or frustration. But no, being a blessing is to teach and to demonstrate to all how to survive even the most difficult of times. That's what earned Avram and Sarai the new names Avraham and Sarah, which they're given in this week's Torah portion, because they were elevated in their role. They met those challenges. And what a message it is for us that we don't know how our journey will go. We don't know how it will unfold, nor would we want to know how exactly our journey is going to unfold. But rather, God said, there is a future for you. Asher arecha, it will unfold. And the challenge for you, be a blessing no matter what happens. Be a blessing, have hope, have a sense of purpose and meaning, because those challenges will be real. And once you overcome them, don't think it's the end. Because even after the famine and he came back to the promised land, there were many, many more challenges awaiting Avraham and Sarah. And indeed, there are going to be challenges for all of our ancestors. These are metaphors for us, that we look at these lessons of their lives and say, we too have challenges. We too sometimes will be frustrated. We too will question, well, where's the blessing? We've done our part. God, where's the justice? Where's the sweet times? Well, the sweet times are there too. They come, but there's not going to be a life without challenges, without setbacks, without frustration. It's our attitude, our determination, our willingness to persevere even in the most difficult of times. And that's how we'll be a blessing. And we'll share it with others as well. So like Avram and Sarai, no matter what happens, don't give up. Have that sense of meaning, have that sense of purpose. Realize that no matter what, you are a blessing, but you have to embrace it, nurture it, and share it. Shabbat Shalom.